So at least twice a month, I'm making a 300-mile trip in my truck. And before we decided we would try and start saving money and change our financial destiny, so to speak. Hey, welcome to the Part-Time Hustle, where we talk about making money, saving money, and growing money. Today, I want to talk a little bit about the idea that it takes money to make money. Is that really true? Maybe to an extent, although there have been several people who've proven that you can start with zero and turn it into something. I watched a YouTuber this week, Harry Tornado, otherwise known as Josh, who started with $0 and turned it into 1,000 within a short period of time by finding a few items along the road and selling them on Facebook Marketplace, which of course cost you nothing, and moving his way up from there. So you can do it with zero money. But you can also do it with found money, which is what I want to talk a little bit about today. So we're doing our reselling kind of with zero money in by selling items around the house. We're also working on turning our hobby of gardening into more of a small independent farming type of scenario where we've got a significant amount of food to offset our grocery budget and to have some to sell at farmers markets and maybe some other outlets. That's going to cost us a little money though. We're going to have to build more raised beds. We live in an area where the soil's really clay. It's packed. It's not good for growing fruits and vegetables too much, but if you build raised beds, you can do really well around here. The weather is perfect for gardening, but that costs a little bit of money. We're not wanting to spend money that we've got allocated for other things right now, so we have looked at ways that we could save money and then put that into that business. So today I'd like to talk about 4 things that I've been doing to save money that then gets turned around and reinvested into our part-time hustles. If you're interested in this, search, frugal lifestyle, frugal living, minimalism, minimal lifestyle, minimalism to save money. You'll find all kinds of good resources. It's very popular on those channels to do big, long lists, 50 things or 30 things that you can do to save money. I'm just talking about 4 things today that we are actually doing. And I'm going to try and talk a little bit about how much money they're actually saving us. Some are easier to calculate the actual savings than others, but where I can, I will tell you how much money it's actually saving us. Saving strategy number 1, I'm commuting smarter. I have a 6-hour drive, 300 miles to get to work, and I work for a week or two. And then I drive 300 miles home and I take a few days off or a few weeks off, and then I drive back and I do it again. That is my regular work schedule. So at least twice a month, I'm making a 300-mile trip in my truck. And before we decided we would try and start saving money and change our financial destiny, so to speak, and start some side businesses, I would just commute and not give any real thought to how much it cost. It was just I had to get to work, and that's what I would do. So the first thing I've done to save money is I've cut out the toll roads. There are some toll roads that save me a little bit of time, but they literally save me 15, maybe 20 minutes of time on a 6-hour trip, and they were costing me approximately $8 a trip. So by cutting those out, I'm saving $15 a month, and it's taking me negligibly longer to get to and from work. The next thing that I've done is I've started buying gas at the cheapest places possible. And for me, that's Walmart. There's plenty of Walmarts. There's one at home. There's one at the other end at work. And there's several in the middle. And I go in Walmart when I'm home and I'm shopping, and I get one of their little gift cards and I put money on it. And then when I run that at the pump, they treat it as a Walmart credit card, which saves me an extra 2 cents. So I think I'm saving about $5 a month doing that. It's not big, but you're stacking these little savings on top of each other and they start to add up. The third thing that I've done with my commute, this is all point number 1, but the third thing I've done with my commute is I've started packing lunches or snacks. I leave different times of the day, but previously I would just stop at a Whataburger because I'm a Texan, or an IHOP, get a meal and continue on my trip. So now I'm just packing a lunch. Saves me probably $5 at least per trip. So $10 a month on the food, $15 a month on the tolls, and another $5 a month or so on the gas. Pretty good savings by Commuting Smarter. Item number 2 on this list. I'm doing laundry smarter. I don't know that there's any one thing you can do in the laundry room to save a significant amount of money. So much like my commute, I'm stacking small things on top of each other. So the first thing I've done is I quit using dryer sheets. Only a few pennies, I know, but you think about a penny after penny after penny. My wife's not using dryer sheets much anymore either, but I know I'm not using them at all. I have started hanging my clothes out on the line, and I hang them out till they're almost dry. And then I throw them in the dryer for about 15 minutes with wool dryer balls, and that finishes the drying. It takes the wrinkles and it takes the static out. I'm not buying a dryer sheet, and I've cut the dryer time down from about 50 minutes to 15. Pretty good savings there. And the third thing we're doing in the laundry room is my wife's making her own detergent. And so she makes enough detergent for several months worth of laundry for just $2 or $3. And if you compare that to what it costs to buy Tide Pods for that length of time, that's a fairly significant savings. Hey guys, real quick, I just wanted to tuck this into the video a little bit. This is important to me as I'm working my part-time hustle. If you look at the shelf behind me, right there, you'll see it's full of art supplies and knickknacks, and some of those are family possessions, and some belong to my wife, meaning most of them belong to my wife. Previously, they were all on this shelf right here. And important to me is to not bring more clutter into my home while I'm attempting to run this reselling business. So I wanted a space that was organized. I've got a system started here where I've got some items pre-packaged, ready to go. They're listed on eBay. When they sell, they'll be put directly out to ship. But anyway, a clean workspace is an efficient workspace. That's the motto I'm going to be going on this journey. So anyway, I spent a pretty good bit of time cleaning that up, and hopefully it'll pay off in the long run. Number 3 on the list. I've pretty much been in a no-buy / low-buy state for a year now. Between 2015-16 and early 2020, I bought that new amplifier there, that new guitar there, multiple pedals, cables, other accessories to go with my guitars. Didn't really need them. Nice to have, but didn't need them. So I am now not buying new musical gear unless I need it. I don't. I could play that guitar, that amp, that guitar right there for years to come. During that same amount of time, I probably spent $1,000 on skateboards, decks, trucks, wheels, shoes, you name it. I've got some shoes to skate in. I've got a couple of decks set up. I don't need any more. It's nice to buy those things, but for now, I'm not. Again, saving significant amount of money by making do with what I got. I like the saying, use it up, wear it out, make do, or do without. I think that's how it goes, but basically you don't need new stuff all the time. So saving a significant amount of money by just having a sort of, I'm not buying extra stuff right now mentality. Number 4, we have significantly cut the amount of times we're eating out. We've cut the amount of times we're getting takeout to almost nothing. And we've cut the amount of time we're using food delivery services to almost nothing. We're saving about $50 a month doing that. And don't feel like we're really making any sacrifices because we're still having our date nights. When we do go out, we know that we're not spending money randomly and needlessly on convenience stops. So we can go to a nice restaurant, sit down, and enjoy our meal. We just cut out the random convenience stops. So those are 4 things that we've been doing to save money and then reinvest that money back into our businesses. So if you've been thinking about starting a business, if you've got some ideas in the back of your head, but it's going to take a little money to do it, and you're just not sure you can find the money, you don't want to borrow the money, it may be there just hiding in some poor spending habits. So look at your coffee usage, drinking. Look at your services for Netflix and cable and those kind of things. We've made some cuts there too that I'll talk about on another video. But anyway, it does sometimes take money to make money, but you can find that money. Now, a little bit of update on how the reselling business is going. I believe that's going to be my main source of income outside of my regular job. It's going slow. It's going slow. I thought it would go a little faster. I didn't list as many items as quickly as I should have, because I thought I might sell some quicker, and I didn't want to end up with a bunch of sales and then a bunch of shipping and kind of be overwhelmed and make some mistakes. So I just now have listed 10 items and I have 1 item sold. So the sold item was a Nintendo Wii that we found in a closet. One belonged to, was something we had when our kids were little, and didn't have a game to test it with. I listed it as is. It would turn on, but not tested beyond that. I sold it for $40 plus free shipping. I'm going to pay over $20 in shipping, close to $30 maybe due to a mistake that I made. I'm going to live and learn, but it will be a profit and it will be a sale. Hopefully it will result in some feedback from the buyer. And that's kind of, I think, part of what I need to get this up and running. So over the next couple weeks, I'll be working on listing some new things. I'll be working on finding some more things around the house to put up for a list, and we'll see how it goes. So anyway, guys, we will see you in the next video.